welcome to Little Arrow Soaps. Tonight is yet another soap night because, of course, it is our big soap push before convention season starts. So tonight we're going to be doing 4 soaps, so a 3.5 recipe night, because one of our recipes we started the embeds for last week. So, shouldn't be too crazy. Pretty straightforward designs tonight. And then we'll also be doing our Soap Challenge Club soap tonight for the competition, because the competition posting goes live next week, and I will be out of town, so I need to get it done this week. And we'll talk more about that as we get there in the program. But for right now, I am starting off by making a scraping for my Punisher themed soap. So, let's work on this a little bit more. So we gotta get our skull in here. So I'm a big fan of the Punisher. Always have been. Great character. Even more of a fan now as a adult, and because of my married name being linked to it a little more, it's a little fun to play with. But we're going to make Punisher soap. Let's see, how many teeth does he have? I think it's only 4. Yeah, it's 4. I'm feeling a little bit better, Eagles. Definitely more of like a sinus infection thing. Starting to move from my sinuses into my chest, which is super fun. So if I have to take some coughing breaks, that's what's going on. I feel like I sound different, but I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice at all. Okay, this is a fairly ambitious scrape. So we shall see how it goes. That's way too thin. Okay, it's not too bad. Why does it say 2 months though? What? I have lost track of the chat already. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. Classic Punisher has his eye holes. Oh, he also has the mandible line. So we'll give him the mandibles. I like that line better. Always refining as we go. Doesn't need to be perfectly symmetrical. Okay. So yeah. Let's see. I have my X-Acto blade here, so I'm going to start on the bottom And I don't want to cut through my mat anymore, so I'm going to bring in this. There's a piece. There's a piece. There's a piece. And there's a piece. X-Acto blade feels a lot better than just trying to force it out with the scissors that barely work. Okay, that'll start us off. I don't know how fast this one's going to set up because I am working with a new fragrance oil, but a familiar fragrance. So we shall see how that goes. All right, let's get some stuff together and see where we are. We have some oils. We have some lye. Let's grab our safety gear real quick. Can't find them when they're turned inside out. They're white like everything else. All right. Thank you so much for dropping all the bits. Highly appreciated. of protection have been donned. We are now protected and safe. Let's put on our gloves to get the rest of the way there. All right. Well, let's pour our lye water into our oils. And give it a little mix. Pour our mixture. How are we doing here? Still separating a little. Oop, bubbles. Alright, that should do us. So to start off colors here, I'm going to make some white in this container. Need my titanium dioxide. Don't need a whole lot. That should do it. And then just a bit of water. Just enough to liquefy everything. Nice and liquidy. And we'll pour that off. That should be enough. Maybe a little more. More. It's going to be almost half of the soap, so. And then we'll come in here with the black. Where'd my spoon go? I'll grab a new spoon. We'll start in the white here, get this mixed up. Mixing it up just enough. And then this should be enough black to overwhelm any white that's come over. Plus a little gray is not bad. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab our fragrance oil here. What is mine? My vanilla's at 0, so I can do some in both. And for this, we're using what every great 80s action hero would use, Drakkar Noir, which is patchouli, lavender, cedarwood, and something else, I forget. But it smells like your 80s action hero. It smells like your grandpa on a nice date. Will y'all be live in 15 minutes? Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a couple hours tonight, free. I'm gonna rinse this off before I blend that, because I don't want that gray. should be nice and mixed in. I'm gonna clean that off in a minute, but I'm gonna let the first layer start hardening here. Because we want that to set up pretty good so we can start building up from there. Alright, some spatula to keep everything moving. Everybody gets their own. It's starting to set up a little bit. Perfect. That's what I want. In fact, I want to go a little deeper with this. While that sets up a little bit, I'm going to cut a little deeper on here because I feel like we'll do better if we cut the teeth all at once. So, it's a nice, strong, masculine, yet floral. Cutting out his teeth. Now these should end up a little wonky, which is intended. Because you figure if we go by the lore of a man spray painting this on his own jacket, it's going to be a little spur of the moment. Come away clean. Perfect. Not too bad. The man is too angry for artistic perfection. Exactly. Art is important. His art is just more so in the blood splatters side of art. Alright, let's see how the scraping goes. We're thick, but we're not taking to the teeth very well. So, that was my fear, and then I got ambitious and listened to myself. So unfortunately, now we scrape it all back down and smack it down. No air bubbles. And we'll let it set up a little deeper. Okay. as that goes, because we want that to set up very firm, we're going to pull over our Wednesday embed. So this is going to be for our next soap, probably the soap after. This is half of my Wednesday and Enid window. So we are going to very carefully cut down the seam and cut this guy in half, because the window is half and half. That looks right. Okay. This should stay even all the way down. Perfect. Oh, it looks like it did the thing we wanted it to do. Oh, this is good. This is very good. So these poles should kaleidoscope through the soap. At points it'll be stronger than others, but it looks like we're almost at 1/2 inch segments or 3/4 of an inch, so it should show up. It does look like Venom at this angle. That fits. I'm okay with that. So there's Wednesday. We are soap. Okay, clean off my knife here. And then we have the Enid side of things. All colors and fun. Carefully slicing all the way down. Now I slightly miscalculated when I made these, and obviously Enid's is bigger, but that's okay. They both have to be cut down to fit inside. Sticky, sticky. Okay, we have some pulling on Enid. It's not as strong as on Wednesdays, but that's okay. I think we'll still get the point across. Probably should have done smaller sections. And probably shouldn't have added titanium, which makes it less pliable, but that's okay. We are where we are now. And we're just gonna stick these on here. And we have our Enid and Wednesday embed. I don't think my cut was exactly precise, but that's all right. Thank you. I am a big fan of the neons, especially when I pastelize them like this. It looks so cool. But here we have an extra Enid embed. That's okay. I'm sure I'll use it for something at some point. And then there's Enid and Wednesday pressed together. Get a little off kilter on Wednesday at some point, but that's okay. That can sit over here until I am ready for it. Let's see. Is Frank ready yet? I might have to make his teeth wider. Yeah, I have to make his teeth wider. That's okay. This is nice and thick now, though. So, let's make his teeth a little wider here. actually. Let's angle his teeth. I think that will provide us better definition. Yeah, that should work. Where's my lid? There it is. You did that to yourself, Zulu. Entirely to yourself. Okay, that worked. Perfect. Okay. Now that's there. Let's take the other spatula. Of course, this set's really thick at first. So let's get it as liquidy as we can. Let's add a little bit of olive oil to her to thin her out a little bit more. Probably should have left this loose, but if I had, then it would never set up, and then I'd have different problems. Clean up a little edge here. There you go. I'm just trying to keep it somewhat in the confines of the skull space. Remove that. All right, let's clean this guy off again. So, as far as the scraping goes, we are here now, which for the next bit, I want to use a piping bag. So, squeaky bag warning. And we'll scrape a little black into the squeaky bag. Got our squeaky bag set up. I've got my knife. So, we are here. Or we should be here. So, I want... What do I want to do? I forget at this point. No, I want to keep scraping white. Lid. Okay. So, that being the case, I want nose. So, we're going to put Frank's nose. One nostril there. And one nostril there. Then we're going to very gently... Nope, I want to build up the sides now. Now I want to gently put in some white over the nose, trying to stay in the middle as best I can. Okay, going well so far. Anatomically, the nasal cavity is super annoying, and it holds true in soap as well. Alright, and a smack, smack, smack. Okay, let's see, where does that sit with everything? That sits right where I want it. Okay. Come back through a little bit with this to kind of get me an even space here. And we're going to put some more black in the squeaky bag. Hello, Patrick Cat. Welcome back. We are piping and layering a Punisher themed soap. If it will cooperate. If not, it will be punished. Eyeballs. So, a basic pipe for both eyes. Ah! And then a second level. Alright, eyes. And build up our sides a little more here. That's too big. Gets so thick, my hand starts cramping. You're asking the Punisher to cooperate. 3D printed soap when? 3D printed soap would be kind of cool. These eyeballs are going to be funky, I can already tell. That's okay, as long as we get our basic design across. That is the whole point. Those two are done. We'll give it a final tap, tap, tap. Make sure it's nice and even. And then we're going to go over the top with just some basic design. What do I want to do? Just simple. Yeah, I like it. Nice and easy. Excuse me. We'll see how it goes. I feel like I may have lost it halfway through, but we'll see. Scrapings and layerings, still figuring it all out. But we have a little bit extra, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. And we'll move this guy off to the side. I'm going to heat up our next oil. Get these bowls out of the way. the kitchen. Alright. More oil, more lye. We're gonna work on our dipper soap now. So for this, I will need two colors, but one of them is gonna be more white, just mixed into the general mix. And for our other, we gotta make a little bit of a mix because we are out of my main one, but that's okay. So, we're gonna do a little indigo. We're gonna do a little ultramarine. And a little Aphrodite. That should get us where I want us. Okay. So, this is going to be our Dipper Pines soap. So we'll mix up our color here. Get that all incorporated. Now that ultramarine blue we will have to blend to get it to really show up, but it's going to be worth it. Okay. So we got that. Let's start our soap batter. We got our oils and our lye. Yes, indeed, this is Dipper. We get those mixing up. Indeed, you are back in time for Dipper. This would be wonderful. Not quite as involved as Mabel, but I think that just kind of fits their personalities too. Get it all nice and mixed up. We'll go ahead and pour off some for the blue. That's more than enough. Let me grab some white. White just wants to go everywhere tonight. Come on. Do the thing. There we go. We got our white here now. And I want to get this blended up before that. There we go. Rinse that glue real quick. get our white dough. And then we'll bring in our fragrance oil. Finish off that Christmas bottle. Lovely. All right. Mix that in a bit. And then, of course, into the big one. And as only makes sense for Dipper, of course, this is scented in pine. And we'll bring in our mold here. Make sure it sits upright. And then we're going to pour most down the center, saving some for the top. And we're going to take our white and very gently pour it down the middle as well. Now that's most of the way up, so hopefully I won't make a huge mess. Because now we're going to come in with our pine tree embed, which I got to position just right because it's technically a little small for this mold. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to make a mess here. I should have left some out. If this was the last soap I was making, Zulu, then I would just go for it. But I have to use my space a little bit longer. There we go. Let that all encompass our lovely embed in the middle there. Okay. Now, I'm going to take just a little bit of this blue. And then, is this gonna let me do what I want? Barely. I'll come back to that. Let it set up a little bit more first. But we've got some stuff to put in the falcon then. And to make it more interesting than just white, since we have two colors going in, let's swirl it. Because we can. Beautiful. All right. Clean up a little bit more of our space. I want this to get a little more solid. I'm going to pipe some question marks on there. Because I have the black, and it is a complimentary set, so why not? Okay, I'm going to pour out my lye water for the last soap, and then we'll make Wednesday. I'm going to warm up the oils. I'm tempted to just put a little bit of glitter on this, as though Mabel got a hold of it for a moment. I'm not sure. I also have a little bit of shavings from Enid that could be fun. There's the kid I was looking for. Yeah. Question mark. Definitely not a questionable choice, Seuss. Definitely not. Okay. As this sits and sets up, we'll do our little half batch here. Using the last of our lye. So the Dipper Soap Dipper Pine is pine scented. Alright. Let's mix up our last bit. Oh, I hate that noise. For Wednesday in Enid, we're going to do a gray background, which means a little bit of black. And then we're going to layer their fragrance oils in there. And give it a blend. I don't want to go fully black, just gray. Get this kind of thick so it can support the heavy embeds. I'm going to go rinse this off again. Nice and thick, fill it up about halfway. And then we will lower our piece in here. Come on, behave please. Spatula. So this is more than enough to cover. Give it some taps. Make sure we're good in there. Got a couple air bubbles coming up. Hopefully we're not shifting apart from each other. We should be wedged in there pretty good though. And then we're going to build it up to get some interesting texture on top. So I feel like I've done a lot of flat top soaps. Okay, and then because it is as much Enid as it is Wednesday, we're gonna put some glitter on it. And of course, I'm gonna pull out my favorite glitter. Hope this isn't a pain to demold. We'll see. Of course, glitter on half. I'm bringing my Tutti Frutti glitter. And to try to be precise, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is Wednesday's side, but that's kind of the point. I want it to be like cross-hatching. Do I have anything for Wednesday's side? I could do moons and stars on Wednesday's side. I do have those. Moons on Enids makes sense too. Beautiful. Right down the middle. Okay. Let's move this off to the side. And I think Dipper is ready for more attention now. Hey Zulu, before I totally forget, can you order some more medium gloves for me? I am almost out. And by almost, I mean I have a single glove. Hello, Eldana. Nice to have you in again. That's all right. We're winding down on our convention soaps. Just a few left, really. We'll actually be done with them. The main ones, the ones that we aren't intending to carry for the rest of the year, Wednesday. So. Ugh. This one is scented in pine. This is our Dipper Pines soap. Still a little soft, doesn't quite want to let go of my dots. Okay. There's Dipper. Little detail on top. Not anything crazy, but a little something. It will not translate great when it's cut, but that's not the point, so we'll deal with it. Alright. Now, we're going to work on our Soap Challenge Club entry. And for that, I need to set this guy up first. I had them a minute ago. There they are. Side plates. Oh, they're still wet because I just washed them. All right. So this month for the Soap Challenge Club, we're doing what is called the Taiwan Circle Swirl, and that involves dividers and patience and not overthinking things too much. So it's gonna go great. All of the things I love in one place. Warm up the oils. I did not need to warm them up that much. Okay, there we go. All right. Hello, baby girl. Welcome in. We are, in fact, doing some soap. We are a primarily soap channel. So, I'm going to put my divider holders in here. Helps when they're the right way. And I'm looking for 3 divides. Oh, these need to be wiped a little bit better. I don't use these very often. All right. You make soap. What kind of soap do you make? Tell us about it. That should do it. Okay. Now we're going to mix up colors. So I have 2 colors I need. One of which is just going to be an oil, and one of which is going to be oil plus soap. So we're going to mix the oil line, which I've never done an oil line in this kind of thing before, so we shall see how this goes. I usually do them on the top. So we're going to go heavy on the mica for the oil line. Mix in some indigo. Skewers. For mixing. So that should be enough, I think. think that's a pretty good purple for the Dixie Cup purple. Let that hydrate a little more. All right, now I need my blue. I have a mixture I think that's gonna work. So we're gonna see. So our base is going to be my peacock green or peacock blue, because I think that's the closest, but I also think it's a little bit more green than that. So I'm going to go with a little bit of Maniacal Pea. I make a variety of bath products, candles, and wax melts, and jewelry. I was like, hey, wow, you're just a jack of all trades. Love it. I think that's pretty good. I think those are our colors, guys. I think we did it. Not too much fuss, thankfully. All right, now I do want to do a white portion of this, so I'm actually not going to use white because it will interfere with the technique, because my white powder sets up really fast, and I want this to set up like medium to low speed. So we're not going to do that. So I'm going to bring in my oils, I'm bringing in my lye, we're going to mix it up and get this color blended, and then I'll show you how we construct this special swirl. Okay. Oh. My lye water's on the other count. Okay. Fragrance oil, lye water. Let's put in our lye water gently. And then we'll blend. Make sure we just barely get it blended. Still needs a touch more. All right. We're not getting any separation there. So I'm going to pour off into my containers here. About a third, and then whatever else. And I got some various other spatulas here to work with for this. Okay. Perfect color. Absolutely perfect. Awesome. All right. Everything is working out how I want it to so far. That should be nice and suspended. I still want a big one in here. So let's go ahead and divvy up our fragrance oil. This is going to be scented in Caribbean Sun, I believe is the fragrance name. Ooh, that's discoloring a little bit right now. That's disturbing. But it seems to be settling in pretty nicely. Make sure we get a good mix on that. I don't often see these types of streams. I'm super excited to have found you. Honestly, I think I might be the only person right now who's doing this kind of stuff on stream. I have not found anyone else either. We found some other people who used to do stuff, but aren't really anymore. So, yeah. We're part of a larger makers and crafters community. A couple of them up in the corner here, Moco Loco and Makers and Crafters Society. And we do all sorts of crafts through all the different groups. So, all right. I'm sorry if I go quiet. This is going to take some concentration. I need to slowly layer this in such a way and make it go. So that it doesn't do that. Setting up a little bit on me, but that's okay. So my base recipe should turn white just on its own, which is why I'm not concerned with bringing white into this. But I want to be sure that my layers are doing what I want them to do. Little taps. And then I'm going to slowly bring these guys up. Make sure my edges are clean. They're as clean as they can be. That's okay. Alright. So, that's too big. All right. I think that's it. So, the mica line inside should be more of a presence than it is up top, but I think I got the kind of just across of the Dixie cup, especially like over in this section. I don't have to show them all of the soap, just the ones that I want to. And then it's also layered in there, so it should show up a little bit more through the layers. So yeah, I'm feeling good about it. As good as I can. With my overthinking and overanalyzing. Yeah, we'd love to see some work. We'd love to see things. Now is even a good time because I'm going to kind of switch over from soap making to soap cutting. And that involves scraping out extras into the Falcon. Oh, cute bunnies! We did some bunnies as bath bombs. All right. This will be a very interesting colored Falcon. Should have some cool mixes. Alright, I'll move this off. Ooh, that bottom's messy. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I'm putting all my stuff aside. These are really cool. Yeah, it's such a wide variety of stuff that you do. Bring in some water. Oh, I love doing cauldrons. Cauldrons and Halloween buckets. I get a variety pack that's cauldrons and skulls and cats and all of that. It's a lot of fun. Put the X-Acto blade in a safe place so I do not accidentally forget where it is. Alright. Let's lay down some paper towels so we're not putting the new soap on clean or finished soap. Zulu, if you want to throw together a poll, we have a very tough decision tonight. We have a whole 2 soaps that we need to vote on which one we're going to cut first. We have our Sailor Moon soap and our Goblet of Fire, which are across the room. Let me go. Alright. We have Sailor Moon and we have the Goblet of Fire. Yeah, go ahead, run an ad. Let's get that going. Just gotta clean it all up. Okay. Looks like we are back. So, I really like the donations you gave. Aw, thank you. We had fun picking them out. We thought they would fit the community well. Okay, so we have Goblet of Fire and we have Sailor Moon. Both of who are still a little soft, but I had to do things with them. It's time to cut! Let's see who we're gonna go with first. So, the Goblet of Fire. All sorts of sparkles and glitter, and it glows in the dark, and it's gonna be really fun. And then, of course, Sailor Moon, who is also completely coated in glitter, filled with a cat and a couple of embeds, one of which is kind of sticky on the bottom. But it's been humid and has been out in the humid room and not in the dry room, and it needs to go into the dry room. But that's okay. Both gonna be absolutely lovely. I have my black light to show you guys the glow. Even though it kind of makes all of the glow colors look blue on camera, we'll take better pictures with it actually glowing at some point. So much glitter. Had to use the roller to get all the glitter up. But it's okay. It's worth it. Worth it every time. Oh. Cutting some soap. And you know what? We didn't cut this because it's a big embed, but I kind of want to. So I'm gonna. Where's a place that it looks like it may have done the thing I wanted it to do? There it is. Did it do the thing? It kind of did the thing. Not as much as I hoped. But hey, first time doing it. Did get some pull. So not super mad about it. But the colors are still pretty. And people will kind of get the idea. Alright, stick that back together. Stick that off to the side here. That will go, that's going to be incorporated into another soap. I already have ideas for it. It's going to get grated up and turned into sprinkles, basically. Yep, indeed, sprinkles. Looks like Sailor Moon is victorious. I don't know, I think you guys might be fans of Sailor Moon or something. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason I do this soap. Because I also am. Alright. Still a little moist, but that's okay. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's get a proper slice here. Look at it! In all of its glory, we got Luna and the moon, of course. And of course, Usagi's hair bows. And all of the glitter. Love it. Love it so much. I definitely felt like we needed a little something more from last year. It was cute, but it was missing something. And I think Luna was it. And instead of doing an actual ombre, doing kind of the layered pastels. So we get more colors in there. Which more colors is never a problem. Tall soap is tall. There we go. Got some glycerin rivers, but nothing too bad. Still feeling a little pasty, but that's mostly because of the colors. Oh, it looks so good. to tighten this wire. Yeah, I need to tighten the wire. There it goes. Nice and clean cut. I'm loving the ripple of the color gradient going up. I didn't blend it like I did last year, but I like it separate. I like the colors trying to stand on their own. It really gives a psychedelic feel. Yeah, like that magical schoolgirl transformation from the 90s that was every anime, and still some. But yeah, I think Luna really sets it off at the bottom. I mean, it totally has that feel. And then it's scented with cucumber melon, so it totally smells like the 90s in Bath & Body Works. And I'm glad I figured out the frosting issue, because this frosting being so tall, it's just so pretty. Losing a few stars and moons here, but most of them are holding on pretty well. It's a pretty wet bar because of the added water from the titanium dioxide. Had I not put it in each individual layer, I probably wouldn't have the glycerin rivers, but would have had other problems because of the acceleration from it. So I don't mind glycerin rivers. I think that it adds to kind of certain aesthetics. Not necessarily this one, but like water ones especially, it's pretty good. And I'm glad I got the gold saturation high enough on the gold moon that it actually looks metallic. It almost looks like melt and pour, but it's not. Though Luna is, because I thought about that last minute. And the mold is very intricate. I don't think melt and pour would work for it. Or I don't think cold processor would work for it. But yeah, very pleased. Very pleased how this has turned out. I mean, any excuse to make a pastel rainbow soap or a rainbow soap, really. I do neon, I do pastel. Sometimes I do a straightforward rainbow, but not as often. Neon and pastel is more pretty. Alright, now to clean this up a little bit, because that one is still a little sticky from the titanium and from everything. I think we're just about wrapping up in time because I don't think my throat's going to agree with us for much longer. Alright. I'm going to grab a drink just real quick Luckily, I am in the kitchen, so it is not far. Okay, that feels better. Goblet of Fire! So. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, inspiration behind this is the Goblet of Fire, a little bit of the pensive from Harry Potter. Been playing the new game a lot. Yes. This looks great. And the fire on top. So, all of the light blue glows everywhere that it is. And it's like a really strong glow. So, let me see if I can get it to glow. Yeah, glows a little bit in the light. Oh, I'm pleased with that one too. The swirls look magical and mystical. Vibing a little bit of Sorcerer Mickey on the top there with the stars and moons glitter. It's looking good though. I am quite pleased. And glow soaps are always fun. Ooh, and it smells good. In this we used a scent called Volcano. So it's a little bit tropical and fruity, but has some deeper notes to it. Like a little bit of wood, just a hint of like a smoke or an ash. But with the blue, it's reading as like very berry-ish, but in like a good way. Yeah, we have 4 or 5. We have 5 glowing soaps this year, actually. It's the most that we've ever done. And partially because Fizz Fairy, one of our suppliers out of Canada, got a new color of glow approved. And it was really fun to be able to work with the purple glow this year instead of just blue and green. Okay, does anybody else see E.T. in this? Because I see a face. I see like eyeballs and like a nose. I don't, maybe it's E.T., maybe it's some other alien creature, but that's a creature in this one for sure. He's wearing a hat. Grandmother Willow, yeah, I could agree with Grandmother Willow too. You know, I said that this was Goblet of Fire, but I'm really feeling more of the pensive in this. I may have to change its name. And especially in light of the game, where it's such a huge part of it, I might be changing this name. Good night, Eldonna. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back Wednesday with a few more, but then we're taking next week off. But I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. All right. chunked out of there. Let's try that again. Agreed. Never too late to change the name. Even when it is on the website, we'll just change it next year. There we go. Now it's even. But yeah, this reminds me more of the Pensive than the Goblet of Fire like I was going for. But I still feel Goblet of Fire, but I think the Pensive is more in tune. And I can hear our bunny in the corner shredding his box. Aggressively. Bunnies are cute, but they are very destructive. All right. Let's bring everyone back to the table. So, we have our Dipper Pines soap. We have Frank Castle. We have Enid and Wednesday. And then lastly, we have our Dixie Cup inspired Taiwan Circle Swirl. Yes, it is currently insulating. I will show it to you briefly. Ta-da! And we will re-insulate it. Did you get it? Did you get the picture? Perfect. Re-insulate. Because that swirl tends to grow ash on it, and we want to minimize ash, even though I'm going to be leveling it. So, but this works out nicely that I can now do this. We also did our 2 cuts today. Yay! So, lots of soap, as always. We will be back Wednesday to cut these 4 bars and probably cut our olive oil and pink salt, which Zulu made over the weekend practicing for his birthday stream. Yeah. Look at what Zulu made. He did a good job, especially for a first time. It's a simple recipe, it's a great place to begin, and he nailed it. Oh, and it's a lot of soap, so it's heavy. We'll have him practice a couple of more ones before we unleash him on his birthday soap, which he has designed himself, and it is very ambitious, which is why we're practicing a little bit first. We'll go from there. Wednesday, we're going to be doing our last 2 frosted soaps. We're going to be doing one inspired by Calcifer, the fire demon, and then one inspired by Bill Cipher to round out our Gravity Falls collection. And we'll cut everything and see how that all goes. See if I like my Taiwan swirl. I have a chance to do it again. It's not due until Monday, so I could do another one if I hate it. But so far I like it. But I'm giving myself an out just in case. Then next week, there are no markets this week. And next week there will be no stream. Zulu and I are going on a much needed vacation. So we will be out for a week looking at sea creatures on the West Coast. We are going to see the sea creatures, and then we are going to eat the sea creatures, and then we are going to come home. It will be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. If you've never heard of Monterey Bay Aquarium, it is the aquarium that they based the aquarium in Finding Dory off of, and is partially going to inspire our Turquoise Waters soap. which will be making a return this year, thankfully, because we used to have the turquoise water soap, and then I went to go order the fragrance oil last year, and they're like, it's on back order indefinitely. And so I placed a big order for it, and it came in after the summer season. And I didn't feel like going back and doing it at that point. So we have it for this year, and we're gonna make a big slab of it. And I bought a big bottle so it won't happen again. So, I think that about covers everything. We'll be gone next week. We have no markets this weekend. Website is up. Zulu posted a link there. And yeah. Let's go see who out there needs to be raided. I feel like we need to go raid somebody. It is time. I have not eaten my cheeky chicken salad. So, I need to eat my dinner and maybe have a cup of tea for this throat. And then take a nap. Or go to bed. Whichever is faster. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for joining us. We have had a wonderful time having you. Making new friends. And like I said, we'll be cutting these on Wednesday. And hopefully everything turned out how I wanted it to. And probably not. But hey, that's kind of the fun of it. It was good to meet you, baby girl. I really appreciate it. We'll see you around for sure. Who are we going out to? Going out to Anchored. Wonderful.